Greetings, everyone. Hi, it's me, Ms.Blue, the Oracle. Now, as you know, we are about to dive into Planet Remix. And as we get ready to get into the cipher, I do want to let you know that it is Planet Remix, and a lot of times we cover adult content. So at this time, if you have anyone who's a minor, I would suggest that you put your headset on or get yourself in a place where you can enjoy your time on Planet Remix. But until then, put the babies out, do what you need to do so we can be responsible while knowing our magic. This show, this information, we dive into a lot of things that are adult content. And so therefore, if you are a minor, I want you to stop what you're doing right now, and I definitely want you to get your parent or your guardian's consent before diving into the remix. Well, enjoy. Enjoy the share. Yeah, and keep knowing your magic. We just gotta be responsible while growing up on planet Earth.
Attention all secret agents, this is an emergency broadcast from the headquarters. Please listen, we have agents missing.
Oh my goodness. Peace and greetings, soul family. Welcome, 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 welcome on in to Planet Remix Radio. I am your host, of course, Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle. And I just want to welcome you all in. Thank you so much for joining me here live. For most of us, it is Friday. It is Friday evening in the Western Hemisphere. I do want to do a sound check really quick and make sure you guys can hear me out there, both on the phone lines as well as in the Blue Room. to everyone, but welcome, welcome, welcome on in. I see the Blue Room is on fire. Like literally, the vibes are so high in the Blue Room as always. So, welcome, welcome everyone on in. So, that's what we're checking for just to make sure that you all can hear me. And yes, you can. Thank you so much for the sound check as well and letting me know the sound is clear. Now that we're all here, I want to start out by asking you, how are you feeling? How are you really honestly feeling? Like take a moment, just take a moment. I want you to reflect. If you haven't reflect on your week, I want you to think about your week and I want you to think about just how are you feeling right now? How are you feeling about you? How are you feeling about the things that are happening in your life? The things that you're dealing with at this particular time. How are you feeling? And maybe let's do this. Whether you're listening to this live or whether you're listening to this, in the future and you have to travel back to the time such as now, or if you came from the past and you are joining us now. So whenever you're listening, use one word. And I'm loving this. Squirrel said, like a champion. King Divine Fire says, amazing right now. I love it. I absolutely love it. Sammy says, feeling grateful and grounded. Great. That is amazing. That is amazing. I want us to take some time really quick and check in with ourselves. Tonight, I will be taking your calls, so I am going to give out the call-in number. I really want to dedicate, well, every show is dedicated to the Soul family, but I really want to take tonight to be in the moment of now and take your calls right now. And to answer your questions, I've been reading your emails all entire week. I'm going to talk about how I'm feeling in a minute and just how my week is going and a couple of things. But I want to welcome you all in to Planet Remix Radio. And if this is your very first time here listening in, let me be the first to welcome you on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I also want to let you know the Blue Room is open. And if you have not visited the world's famous Blue Room, let me invite you to come on over. And you can get here 515-605-9794 is the number to call. And that's going to get you locked in. That's going to get you locked in. And it's going to get you into the Blue Room. And that's going to get you locked into the phone lines. Now, for all of our international callers, you will need to dial the U.S. country code. And once you dial that U.S. country code, then you can dial 515-605-9794. And that's going to get you locked in. Or you can come on over and direct connect when the show is live. And we are live now. So no matter where you're listening from, you can go over to blogtalkradio.com/ all one word, the remix, and you'll be able to tap in that way. So welcome, international listeners, first time listeners, long time stars, because that's what I call you guys, stars and magic makers for many, many years in Planet Remix. We welcome you all in. I have a couple of announcements. We're going to do some shots out, have a little bit of fun, talk about some upcoming things, and also just dive into it. I want to just let you all know that this week for me has been very, let me see if I can get the right words. Very learning and very growing for me. And I'm thankful for it. I'll dive into that. But it's been a week of me really sort of
um, making sure that I am not going too deep between riding the waves and also knowing where I'm at. And I'll explain that. I know it sounds a little bit all over the place, and it actually has been, but in a very, very good way. So, but it's been a fun week. I absolutely love it when I am discovering new things, learning new things, especially things about myself. I love that the most. That is like the best for me. And I've had to take some very tough stands and positions with myself. And I'm going to talk about that as well. But I want to welcome you all in and joining us in the blue room. First of all, I want to say this shouts out to all the listeners on the phone lines because so many of you are there. I know the last couple of calls. Well, the last call went very well, but we had a little bit of technical difficulties prior to that going on. So we're definitely glad to hear on the phone lines and everything is working. I want to give a big shout out to Blog Talk for handling that and taking care of that as well. And then also, I want to give a very, very big shout out. I'm going to ring the bell. I'm going to ring the bell for Self Invested and for the Self Invested workshop. And shouts out to everyone who is a part of Self Invested and the Self Invested workshop. And yes, we will have more details coming. As I told you all, I will make the announcement here. I will put it out. I promise you will not get left out. When Self Invested opens back up, it is going to be in the month of September, after the middle of the month, sometime in September. Still waiting on Spirit to really sort of give me the date on that. And I'm patiently waiting. Yes, I want to jump out there. And yes, I want to say a date, but I definitely am patiently waiting for that, waiting for Spirit to really just kind of give me those orders so that I can definitely make sure that you all get in. You all get in. That wants to be a part of Self Invested, and absolutely, we would love to have you. So that's a beautiful thing. The other thing that I want to say is I want to give a big shout out to all the divine priestess in the building. So to all the divine priestess, sending you so much love, to each and every single one of you, sending you so much love. And then as well, to all of Planet Remix, all of the stars, you guys have been putting in the work and you've been getting together and you've been doing so many amazing things. And even though I haven't been able to catch it all, I promise you my heart is there. So whenever I hear about it and I see it, it's such a beautiful thing. Please, please, please continue. Please continue to keep doing that. And yes, I want to give a big shout out to our moderators. I'm not sure if they're here yet, but they will be on their way, I'm sure. We're going to give a big shout out to Lola Falana. Give a big shout out to Mr. Dante. And also to Brother Lance. All of the moderators in the building. And the other thing that I want to say, I'm kind of all over the place, but I want to get to something. I'm excited at the same time because so many beautiful things are happening and so many beautiful things to come, workshops to come, self-invested to come, one-on-one readings is to come. We got a lot of things to come. But first of all, for everyone who attended the Galactic E-Files Volume 3, I want to give a big shout out. And for all of you who have sent confirmation in, who attended the call, the celestial transmuter, and the team. I want to say thank you. But here's something I want to say to each and every. Oh, yeah. Give me just a moment, everyone. Give me just a moment here. Let me kind of close some of these things out here. Why this? Um, Give me just a moment, so family. Hopefully you all can still hear me. And we are still streaming live. And if not, we will be back on board in a moment. You can hear me now, but the phone lines are gone. Let's see if we can get back on the if we can get back on the phone lines. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's do a sound check really quick. Okay, you guys can hear. So we all can hear again. I'm going to make this quick. I'm not, like I said, my energy, the phone lines are silent. Okay, so we need to fix the phone lines. Give me one moment here. See how we can fix. Ooh, that sound interesting. What was that? Did y'all hear that? Sounded pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's see if the phone lines are there. What about now? And give me a second here. Give me a second. Okay. All right, the phone lines are still silent. Okay, so let's try this. Let's try this. We're going to try this. Give me 1 second. We're going to try something here and see if we can pull the phone lines back up here. See if I can come back in and see if this is going to allow us to connect. Okay.
Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Let's see.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio.
To start your show.
Since it appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting you now.
All right. Let's see if we are back on the line and if you all can hear me now. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Okay, beautiful. Thank you for that, Brittany Vibes. Phone lines are back up and running. So as I was saying, I want to say thank you to everyone who attended the Galactic E-Files Volume 3. You guys just don't know. My energy is on 1,000. And I'm sure you guys' energy is up there as well, too. But many of you who know, if you know, then you know, I have been known to blow out computers and cell phones and things. So I'm really trying to contain myself because I got a lot of frequency going on in me right now. So I'm going to get this out as quick as possible and say it the way I need to say it. So here's the thing. Thank you for attending the Galactic E-Files Volume 3. But what happened is we did experience some technical difficulties during the call. And so I was just going to go through, clean the files up, and then redo the portion that you guys didn't get to hear, do the quest that we were going to do together. And I was going to just make the individual quest and I was going to send it out to you. And I promise you, when I went to sleep that night, I woke up in the middle of the night and my spirit said, no, that's not who I am. I don't want to give you guys something that's kind of rushed. I don't want to be known. I don't want to be in that energy. It didn't feel right to me because I love the live interaction of all of us being together. And that is the purpose of the Galactic E-Files. So I made the decision. First of all, I want to apologize to you guys. The technical difficulties that was there. It was a lot of things happening behind the scenes, and I'm not making any excuses for any of it. My air conditioner went out in my house that day. So I was burning up, to say the least, because they couldn't send someone out right away. It was a lot of things going on. And I know many of you were able to take away a lot of things from the call, but I really wanted you guys to be there. And not to mention, many of you were at work or either you lived in another country and the time zone was different. So please, please, please check your email. I have sent you out a new email and we're going to get together again on Sunday. On Sunday, I really had to, and I tell you guys this because we are all growing up here together. And I want you all to know that. And I'm always going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it raw. And I'm going to give it to you with as much love as I possibly can to each and every single one of you. To let you know, no, I just didn't feel the call was complete. It was so much more information I wanted to give to you guys. And I sort of went between, am I beating myself up? Because sometimes I can be very much a perfectionist, or is this something a little deeper than that? And it really was. It was deeper than that. It was, but I have a tendency to really just do what sometimes I tell you guys not to do, and I stop doing it. It's like I keep going over it and over it and over it, and I say to myself, no, this is not who I'm growing into becoming. And so I'm going to do it again. And it's okay to say, I want to do this again. I want to do this again. And I want to really, really, give it the way that I seen the vision and at least lay it out. So it's not about controlling, because I really battled that self to say, listen, am I just trying to control how I want things to be perfect? And honestly, no, it wasn't about controlling things to be perfect. But really, it is the notion that I gave myself permission to say, this screwed up. It didn't go. I screwed this up and I take full responsibility for it. Things were not working right. I took full responsibility. I was going to cancel, and I went back and forth with that. I'm telling you all this process because at times we all get faced with this. And it's not so much about how you go through your process and using the tools and the work that we've done, but it's where you stand at the end. Where you stand at the end. I know for me that I am growing. I am growing. I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface. I had that realization last year that, look, you haven't even scratched the surface. And I don't want to ever become too comfortable and not allowing myself to expand, not allowing myself to take chances, not allowing myself to grow, not allowing myself to step way outside of my comfort zone, and not allowing myself the opportunity to self-correct, Because I think sometimes when we're doing this spiritual work, it's easy to blow shit off and just say, oh, It was meant to be. And I'm so glad it happened that way. And I said, I don't know if I'm actually glad certain things went the way that they did. Now, truth be told, there are some things we can do over and we can get the lesson. But it is never too late to change your mind. It is never too late to look at things. And I've said this 100 times before. We have to still measure our own reflection and our thoughts. It's not just about doing. And so what? It's about, are we growing? Are we learning our own lessons? Are we challenging ourselves? You know, challenging ourselves to what we know to be true in our heart and to be honest enough. I only put this out there because we're a soul family and I know that someone out there could learn from this, that this could help you in the situation that you're in. I'm not saying every time you make a mistake or you do something wrong, you need to run to social media and blast it to the hilltops or tell everyone on your job. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that honesty to have with yourself about where you are. And I know for me, it's a lot of things that's not, honestly, not where I want them to be with me. But I love me and it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And I want to give that to you guys because I always think about it this way. If you call me up on the phone and you say, Miss Blue, I really need you to come get me. The first thing I'm going to ask you is what? I'm going to ask you, what's your location? Send me, I love that song, send me your location and send me your location. But if you're not willing to send me your location, and if you're an OG, you remember this story, then I can't come get you. I can't come help you. I can't come find you. I can't assist you because you're not honest about your location. And this is one of the things that I self-check myself on all the time. What's your location? What's your spiritual location? What's your mental location? What's your self-love location? What's your body's location? What's your location? And when you can recognize what your location is energetically within yourself, it's only then can you grow. Because if you refuse to recognize your honest and real location, you can never, ever move forward. You will have to stay solid, rooted where you are. And so if you're having frustrations about things happening in your life or not happening based on the energy, based on the work, based on the things that you're doing, and it's just not translating for you. It's just not turning over the way you feel in your heart. This is not about your mind playing tricks on you right now, but in your heart, you just feel like, damn, I'm doing all this and nothing. When is it going to stick for me? When is it going to happen? Ask, are you honest about your real location? Are you really honest about about where you are with yourself? What's working with you? What's not working for you? Now, energetically, we got a lot of things going on that's happening for us now and that will be coming up this week, this entire month, and it has a lot to do with the sun and a lot to do with Saturn. And these two, even though it's a lot, we got a lot of planets in Mercury, retrograde, but that actually may be a very beautiful thing. When planets are going retrograde, it is the time of self reflection. It's the time of self reflection. It's the time to go back. Let's check the box. Let's see if we did it right. And if you're not honest about that, then you get the award. You get to stay where you are. You don't get to grow. You don't get to go forward. You don't get to pass go. You don't get $200. You get to stay where you are. So I came up with some questions based on some things that I had seen. And a lot of the astrologers are talking about this. And I consider myself to be still learning astrologer, still learning oracle, still learning psychic medium, still learning blue. I am learning and growing. But here's some of the things, some questions that I want you to think about, because a lot of issues are going to be coming up, and these issues have to do with ancestral patterns. And I want to kind of quantify that as we talk about it, because right now we are talking about the moment of now, ancestral patterns. And I'm not talking about old ancestral patterns. We've learned so much about our physical bodies and still learning. We understand that just because someone in our family had a particular ailment or had a particular disease, it doesn't mean we are destined for that. That our genes and our cells, really our microbiome, our, cells really understand who we are, and we can really design. We are all designer babies on the planet. We can design ourselves, CELL, our cells, to be the way we need them to be. That's the word I'm looking for, Geo. Epigenetics. We've understood about epigenetics and how we can change the environment of our body, of our cells, and down to a subatomical level. We can do that through our thoughts. We can do that through feeling. We can do that through vibrations and music and energy and light. We can do that through water, and we can do that through breathing and dancing and loving ourselves and being good to others. We can do that in so many ways. So many ways we can do that. But I'm talking about a different kind of ancestral pattern. Ones that we are holding that perhaps came from your mother, perhaps came from your father, perhaps came from these things. And especially right now, I'm going to tell you what is sensitive to everyone on the planet right now. And I want to see a show of hands in the blue rooms if you can relate. Hurts and wounds that you received from your father or who was a father figure in your life. Somehow these stories are going to start resurfacing back, whether it was abandonment issues, rejection issues, hurts from the father, wounds from the father. It can even be cold presence, just the silence of the father or father in issues, all of these. So, this is the question, and I see all of the hands in the room. This is the question, and thank you all for being honest, because right now we have some major downloads that are coming in. For those of you who've been on the call, we're going to talk about it, but the 7 Pleiades sisters. I won't get into too much, but Sunday we will go back through that again. It's here to help you to release and express this ancestral pattern connected to the father or father figure in your life. Release it. And one of the ways that you actually can release this at this time, and we have this beautiful full moon in Pisces happening here in a couple of days, is to ask the question, what have you learned from your dad? What have you learned from your father? What have you learned? Because this is us extracting the wisdom. This is us extracting that wisdom. Sit down, take some time, journal. What have I learned from? Have you learned that I never want to be like this? A lot of times what happens is if the father has been absent, then usually the father doesn't get the bunt. The burden becomes the mother, who often sometimes can step into a role that sometimes we may have felt as children or growing up should have been the role of the father. And sometimes that's a hard role for children to take, that the mother has to come out of this nurturing and more loving role because of the absence or the silence of the father. And we give the father a pass and we give the mother hell. Because energetically, it's not about gender, it's about frequency. And we are made up of half your mother and half your father. And that absence of that energy has to go somewhere. And if the mother is around a lot of times, the mother will have had to step into some of the role. Step into the role. So it could be any of those situations. Or we could have had situations where the father has taken more of a feminine role and the mother had to step up to become more of the masculine role in the family. So in that case, even though, remember I said father or father figure. Father or father figure. Not that mother can't nurture, because we know feminine energy is, that's chaos energy. We all love chaos, right? Y'all love spirituality, right? Well, there you go. That's feminine energy. It can't be controlled. You understand? So I want to talk about that. I don't mean to make light of it, but we're here to have a good time too. So I want you to think about that. And so here is another place I want you to think about. And this is one of the things that I had to question myself on. And here's the question, and I want us all to ponder this question. We ready for this one? Ask yourself, where do I most need a doula? Where do I most need a doula in my life? Because a lot of times when this energy comes in, it's like we know we need help, but we don't want to ask for help. And even though I'm very good at asking for help a lot of times I still have to get myself to say, listen, you need some help. So, where do you need a doula in your life? Where do you need a doula? And what kind of help is most needed for you at this particular time in your life? What help do you need? Is it a friend? Is it someone to listen to? Is it to get a reading? Is it to go and, go see a holistic doctor or see someone who deals with nutrition and or is it that you are overworked, you're overworking yourself and you need to have someone to help you in your work? Or is it that you need, or do you particularly need to go have some fun, to hang out with your friends? What do you need assistance with in your life? Where do you most need a doula for yourself? Where is this doula? Where is this doula needed in your life? I'm talking about your personal life. And yes, doulas play an important role. And if you don't know what a doula is a birth assistant, kind of like a midwife. But I'm talking about a doula in your life. Even if you are a doula, I promise you, during this energy, where do you need assistance? Where do you need help? And yes, for many of you, because this is birthing season. And I will say this because I even know some of the divine priestess are certified doulas, the gift, and many others. Do not wait until it's time to have the baby to ask for assistance. Same thing if you're working on a new project and you know you need certain knowledge or information or you need help with technology. Do not wait until it is time for it to happen and realize you need assistance. That's the wrong time. Any doula will tell you the moment that you've decided that you want to bring a creation into this world, be it a baby or be it a project or be it something you're working on, you need to be reaching out. Where do I need a doula in my life? And Liz Priestess, the gift says, I give free childbirth classes. Just like many of you. Just like many of you. Where do you need a doula? Many of you need free information. Maybe you need to learn a technology. Maybe you need to learn something. Maybe you need to do something. Maybe you need to do something. You need a doula in your life. And it's not the time when you're about to go into labor to go get the doula. That's not when you get the doula in the beginning. So think about it. Let Me Be Great said, I need a doula in my career, my purpose, my life purpose. I want to do so much, but I'm only one person. Absolutely. Brittany Vise says, I need a feng shui doula. Yes. So I want you all to think about it. And Miss Rich is here. She's a nurse and she's also a doula as well. So many of you. Brenda says, I need a professional development doula. Yes. So I want you to think about that during this time. What I've learned, what's the song by Neo? I'm a force all by myself, or I'm great all by myself, but we're a force when we're together. We're not designed to do everything ourselves. So we have to remember that. We have to remember that we are not designed to do everything by ourselves. That's not the point, for us to do everything alone and by ourselves. Mm. hmm And then, let me see. Here's the other thing. The other question I want you to sort of ponder around this particular time is, can you go a little deeper than faith? Can you push yourself to go a little deeper than just your faith? Than just your faith. Can you really just say to yourself, you know what, I have faith in this, but can you go a little deeper than that, especially during trying times? Are you able to trust someone or something, even if you have nothing physical that is leading you in the right direction? Now, I'm going to preference that with something in just a moment. I want you to go a little deeper than faith. Because often what happens is we will have these limiting beliefs. And these limiting beliefs will cause us to have false assumptions. We'll make false assumptions about ourselves and our lives. False assumptions. That can't be done. That's impossible. When I first started Planet Remix, and I really, at the time, even when I came on YouTube at first, and I wanted to do YouTube, but I didn't want to make videos per se. I didn't come on YouTube back in the day because I had a false assumption that if you were not doing a video of you talking or of you doing something, that nobody would never listen on YouTube. That was a false assumption. And what happens when we have false assumptions, it turns into a false belief. And that causes us to become misdirected. And even though I learned that a long time ago, it didn't really hit home for a while. This is how we get misdirected. This is how we get on the wrong path. We have false assumptions, either good, bad, or indifferent about ourselves. And then false assumptions become false beliefs, and those false beliefs cause us to become misdirected. And then we go down this endless path of frustration, of things not going the way we think they should go. Things are not happening the way we want them to happen. We're not feeling satisfied in what we love doing and what we're fulfilled in doing. And these things could be out of touch. It could be out of time. Our timing could be wrong. We could be acting off of false assumptions and taking those false assumptions and turn them into false beliefs. And it causes us to become misdirected. We get off our path. We start second guessing everything. Not questioning, because questioning is always a good thing. But we begin to go to a different level of questioning. where we leave the quest out. When you're questioning on the positive side of it, you're going in the quest. That's how I got to the spirit quest, because I was questioning a lot of things in my life. I was questioning my understanding. I was questioning who I was. I was questioning who I was becoming. I was questioning my reality. I was questioning my beliefs about God, the universe. I was questioning, the things that I was taught when I grew up. I was questioning what I learned at the university. I was questioning working in corporate America. I was questioning my friendships. I was questioning my relationships. Not doubting, but questioning. So I need you to go beyond faith and making sure you sort of kind of take some time and make sure you are not building false assumptions about yourself, about your world, about your life, and about who you are. That they have not turned into false beliefs. And these false beliefs start to put chains on you and they start to hold you back. And then you begin to start doubting. Oh, I'm never going to be able to do that. I'm never going to be able to make it to that. I'm never going to be able to complete this. I'm never going to be able to heal myself. I'm never going to be able to move. I'm never going to get that job I love. I'm never going to be able to have any fun. I'm never going to have that relationship. I'm never going to build this school I want. I'm never going to lose that weight. I'm never going to be able to live the way that I want. So I need you to go beyond faith and trust. Trust in someone. Trust in something. And whatever that is for you, trust. Trust in that. Hold that. Oh, Sheila said, I'm supposed to be speaking at a conference this weekend, but I turned it down because I didn't feel enough. My goodness. Call him back. Show up anyway. Show up anyway. You're more than ready. So I want you to think about that. I want you to be able to go beyond your faith, like push that boundary beyond the faith. Push that boundary beyond your faith. This is why sometimes I tell you guys, and if there's any babies in the room, please cover your ears. Fuck your perspective. That's only as far as you can see. Sometimes you got to go beyond your perspective, mine's, or anyone else's. You have to go beyond that. You have to go beyond that. You cannot expect the mind that got you here is the mind that can answer everything. So we have to really make sure that we are in a state of harmony and balance. False beliefs can lead you to the ugly side of yourself to come out. This is true. It can. False beliefs can. But no one's worrying about the ugly side coming out in people. I'm more concerned about something greater than a side of you. It's your spirit. It's your soul. It's about you knowing and trusting in you, loving you. Like we talked about in the last show, and I shared with you all about self-respect and self-awareness. We cannot move from self-awareness of who we are. See, that self-awareness is know when you on some bullshit. And I don't care who you are, you done been on some bullshit. We all have. Know when you on some bullshit. Know when you don't know. Know when you shooking and jiving. When you thieving and copying. Know when you're not being authentically you. The only way you can grow is when you can do that. When you can honestly do that. And you can go to something greater, something better. When you can get to the place of something more. Want something more. Go beyond that faith. Go beyond that. Go beyond your perspective. Go beyond the perspectives you see. Go beyond what everyone else is talking about. Go beyond that. Because when you go beyond on that other side of the veil, you will find you. We often talk about being birthed into this world and how we lose our memory. Many of the ancient stories and the sacred texts talk about crossing the veil, and all of our memory from past lives and other times has been erased from us as we cross this veil. But there's another veil when you get here, and this is the veil that opens the doorway to your soul. But only you can take the steps to cross that veil. So many of us cross the veil to get here, but we have allowed the veil to still cover us because we are not living and we are not going within to use the things, the tools, the people, the places, the experiences, our thoughts, our channels, and everything to create and uncover the veil that is before you to greet your soul. And you will know when you have crossed that veil. You can't fake this. You can't read a book on this. You can't listen to a podcast on this. This is all about action. It is the only thing that will move this world forward. You will not sound like no one else. You will not be like you will not want to be like anyone else. You will not only respect their divine uniqueness, but you will learn how to respect and honor and cherish yours. 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 And I don't care where you go. I don't care what you do. When people greet you, they will know without any shadows or without any doubt that you have crossed that second veil. That is the only way you are going to get and sustain yourself in the fifth dimension. That is it. Period. So, I'll invite you Now, if you think you already done crossed that second veil, holla at your girl. But I'll invite you to cross the veil with me, to do the work and cross the veil. For real. Not play, not tip a toe in there, not tip a toe back, but cross it for real. For real. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I wanted to share that. It's been a busy week, you guys. I've been doing energy healing for so many of you in the soul family, and I do want us to take a moment for that. I want to send our love to everyone. I know that I was talking with my mother. She's in South Carolina near Myrtle Beach, and they was talking about the weather and the tornadoes and the hurricanes and the storms and these things coming our way, and just the one that just recently passed, and the things that's happening in the world in Miami, Hawaii, excuse me. I don't know why Miami came up. I think Miami may be coming up. I'm not quite sure. But I want to send love out. And to all of us who is going through this integration process with our physical body, our mental body, and our spiritual body, upgrading itself. I'm sending you so much healing and love. I have been doing that. Please recognize if you are in a beautiful space, I love it for you. I absolutely love it for you. Make sure you are there to be of assistance for others around you. Because you never know when you may need that doula to come in your life, to give you a word, to show you some love, to offer you some solutions, or to give you some compassion, or to be of assistance in some sort of way. So, know that we are all universal beings growing up on planet Earth. And love is the only thing that is real here on Earth. And the more that we all can hold that frequency of love, hold that frequency of a higher vibration, the better it is for everything on the planet. For everything. For everything on the planet and every being on the planet. It requires you being the very best you that you can possibly be. You want to know how you can help the collective, humanity, each other? By doing that. That's the first step. The first real and authentic step that you can take. You need multiple doulas. I know that's right. I need a few doulas too. I need some doulas too. So yeah, I want to share that with you all. I want to share that. The other thing that, it was something else. Let me tell you, it was something else I meant to tell you guys. And I am going to go read some of these comments you guys have left me. And, yeah, let's see. See what's really going on. See what's really going on. Yeah. So, yeah, I will check that out. But welcome on in. We got well over 150 people in the Blue Room. We're gonna listen to some Baby Blue, and yeah, then we're going to get ready to go to the phone line so that I can talk to each of you.
Yeah. La 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 la, the remix. Hey, this is Baby Blue, and remember, if nothing else moves you, life will.
So true. If nothing else moves you, life will. If nothing else moves you, life will. Say it with me. If nothing else moves you, life will. Mm-hmm. 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 If nothing else moves you, life will. For real, for real, for real. Mm-hmm. For real. Nothing else moves you. Life will. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. So a pretty interesting week, if I must say so myself. Um Pretty interesting week, if I must say so myself. So yeah. All right. Let's get those likes up so our soul family can find us. 515-605-9794 is the number to call. We're going to get ready to go to the phone lines. And yeah, so I'm going to be jumping around. So definitely, if you're on the phone lines, please get ready to ask your question. And yeah, let me know. Let me know. Mm-hmm. So let me know. Let me know. Oh my goodness. Hold on, you guys. I have got to get a little better with this. I am still getting ready to do this. You said you ready? You ready? You ready? Okay, so we're going to go to the phone lines and I am going to jump around. Let's go to the caller calling in from area code 7032. 7032, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Hi, my name's Andrea. I'm calling from Virginia.
Okay, greetings, Andrea from Virginia. Is this your first time calling in?
Yes.
Okay, well, welcome on in. Welcome in. Welcome to Planet Remix. How can I help?
Well, I actually had a job interview last week with a real estate office, and I have another one coming up, an interview with another company on Tuesday. Do you think I'm going to get one of these positions, or which one do you see comes through better, or maybe something else?
Well, I think that what's going to actually happen and what I'm picking up is that you may get an opportunity to work with both companies. But it may not be exactly what you're wanting. And so even though I know you went down this path of real estate, I feel like I don't think this is exactly what you really want to do. I think you enjoy it, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is what you actually want to do. And then I'll tell you this. I do see that there's going to be an opportunity. You're going to meet someone. I don't know if there's a particular coffee shop that you go to and either someone's going to have something on their car or you're going to see a billboard and it's going to have a name and a number of like a new development where they're going to need people on site and not you sort of going from place to place. And I think you'll eventually maybe end up working there. But I don't see you staying in real estate for a long time.
Oh, no. The real estate office, I would just be the administrator, not a real estate agent.
Okay. I still don't see you staying with real estate, but I do see you working in a bigger place, something a little bigger. But let me ask you this. What did you do prior to real estate? Because I'm going to tell you why I see a woman standing behind you. And this woman is dressed like back in the day, I don't know how old you are, but back in the day when nurses used to wear the little hats, the little beautiful little hats and a little
Uh-huh.
white outfit, I see a nurse standing behind you. What did you used to do prior to this work? Did you ever work in a
I actually
hospital?
worked for I worked for a mortgage company, and
Mm-hmm.
then I got laid off, and then I worked for another real estate office, which was a contract. Now I work in a doctor's office, and I hate it. It's not what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So the interview I had with the real estate office is with the same company I used to work for, just a different venue.
Mm-hmm. But you did work in a doctor's office. What did you hate so much about that job? What did you hate so much about it?
The people that I work with the most, it's
Mm-hmm.
a very toxic office, and the repetitive work every day, the same thing every day.
Mm-hmm. And what did you love about that job?
Nothing.
Nothing,
the paycheck.
just a paycheck. I
Just the
don't
paycheck.
know because I just see you had a very, I don't know, you and patients and people face to face, you do wonderful with them and very caring. So I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't get an offer at maybe another sort of where you're either going to be working with nurses or doctors or something, but it will be in a different capacity where you'll have more interaction with the patients. And I think you're going to really love that. Yeah,
I don't see myself doing that. I
that's
don't want to
fine.
work in another doctor's office, so we'll see.
Yeah, and it may not be a doctor's office. It may be a whole clinic or a whole hospital or
Mm,
a
mm.
whole research center, and there's just doctors and nurses there. But you're not working directly with them. You're working more with.
Maybe you're picking up my new daughter-in-law. My new daughter-in-law actually works for a hospital. She does patient care, coordination, how to make the patients, how to better make the patients, something better with the patients. I don't know exactly, but something like that.
No, I'm not
That's what
picking.
she does.
I'm not picking her up. I see that you're going to
Okay.
be that way too. But either way, I think it's going to be really, really good for you. What I want you to do is you need to make sure that wherever they put you, that you have a window that you can look out of in an office and not somewhere in the back corner somewhere.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you have to have that. I just see you, I just see you working more dealing with something with helping people heal and you being the first contact to the person coming in. I just think,
Okay.
yeah. But yeah, that's what I pick because,
Okay.
I don't know. If you never thought about it, who knows? Maybe that's further down the road, but yes, I believe that
Maybe.
you're going to get an opportunity to work at both of these places, but it's going to be up to you to decide which one. And then ultimately, I sort of see you moving on, like I said, somewhere near a little bakery, coffee shop, something like that. You're going to see something, it's going to catch your interest, and it's going to be a big establishment with a whole lot of things going on. And that's where I see you'll ultimately end up.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'll have to let you know
Yes.
what transpires.
Please come back. I
Absolutely.
love it when you guys come back. So
I will.
wishing
I
you.
will. Your hour sermon was great.
Oh. Well, thank you for that. Thank you. That's good to hear. And welcome to Planet Remix. I'm going to give you some sparkles.
Yeah.
There you go. Peace
Thank
and love.
you.
You're welcome. Peace and love. Hold the line.
Bye.
Bye. What a great first caller. Let's go to the next caller. Calling in from area code 2672. 2672, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from. 2672. Uh-oh. Going once. Going twice. Maybe they're on the phone line. Maybe they're in the blue room. Okay. We're going to come back. Let's go to the next caller. Calling in from area code 7048. 7048, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from. 7048. Da, 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 da. Ooh, you guys. Y'all bet y'all didn't think I was going to call on y'all this quick. 7048. Okay, we're going to come back. 7048. No one's on the line. I know it is a short delay, so I am aware of that. So I'm really going to do my best to make sure that I give a time lapse. I need to keep that in mind. So thank you for the reminder. Let's go to 2107. 2107, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Hello.
Hello, greetings.
Oh, hi. Yes, hi. It's Kiara. I'm calling from Texas, Selma, Texas.
Okay, greetings. You said Kiara?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We talked before. I actually called my mom, and she did help me, with the situation with the kids and things like that. She really came in handy. We haven't talked about fixing our situation, but we kind of just looked over it, which is, I guess it's okay.
Do me a favor,
kinda...
really, really quick, and I apologize.
Yes, ma'am.
When I talk to you guys, and I'm not trying to be funny, very rarely do I remember because my spirit guides and I talk to so many people. So I am literally racking my brains like, what did we talk about? So please let me know.
Oh, it's okay.
That's okay. So give us a brief synopsis really quick if you don't mind.
Okay. Sorry, what did you say? The last thing you said?
Can you give us a brief synopsis of what we talked about last time with everyone?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We talked about my situation with my kid's father and my new boyfriend at the time, him, not being supportive during the process of him passing away, and me feeling the way I feel, and the kids and my mom being mad, everybody being mad about him, not coming around and things like that. And you kind of told me just to, order the water, and practice self-care, like take care of myself type of thing.
Mm-hmm. And
I don't know if you remember, but
I don't remember. But when you say the water, are you talking about the H2O elevation?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
And has that helped?
Oh my God. I haven't got it yet. I'm still waiting on it, but I'm pretty sure it will.
Well, wait a minute. Wait. Wait.
Mm-hmm.
It's a downloadable.
Yes.
So whatever email address you use to pay with, that's where it got sent.
Mm-hmm.
You get it instantly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
nothing.
I did get that.
Okay, because nothing is coming in the mail. No snail mail. It's instant.
Okay.
Yeah, that's instant. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's
I don't know
okay.
why I thought that. Okay, I'm
That's
sorry.
okay. It was so pretty. I know the
Oh my
digital
gosh.
art looks so beautiful and inviting you. I know.
I
get it.
Like, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm so sorry. But can I get a body scan? And I kind of just want to know if, I try to contact my spirit guides, but I don't think I'm getting through. You told me that I have 5 of them, but I don't know if I'm getting through. I don't know if I need to unblock something.
Well, one first things first. I want to talk about something really quick. You want a body scan? You want a body scan, or do you want a pregnancy test? You think you're pregnant?
Oh no, I don't think so.
Okay. Okay. Well, I don't want to alarm you. And I'm not alarming you. I'm just saying maybe take a pregnancy test to eliminate that. Just
Okay.
just,
Okay.
next time you're in the grocery
Just to
store,
make
just,
sure.
just grab one. Just grab one.
Grab one.
Just grab one or two. Just grab them.
Okay. I sure will.
Just take that. Just
Oh,
take that.
God.
Yeah. Just,
Okay.
yeah, just take that. Your
Okay.
your energy for the most part looks really good. And of course, given the circumstances of the things that's going on, you're overthinking. A lot of the things that I talked about in the beginning, you're in your head. So I want you to come out of your head and I want you to stay in your body as much as possible and really stay present, and that's going to require a lot of,
Yeah, it's hard.
wiggle your toes, take your hands and
Okay.
snap your fingers. That's another way to come back, sing, hum your favorite song, and that's going to keep you present. The other thing I want to encourage you to do, and I don't give this out too much, but I want you to make a to-do list every day because that's going to give you a focus to focus on, and not so much get in your head and overthink. If you didn't get a chance to hear the first half of the show, once it's available, I want you to go back and go through those questions, ask yourself those questions, and really just kind of apply them to your life. But you're doing very well. And I heard you say in the very beginning when you said you had that conversation with your mother, and that's a big step. Don't you feel so much relief that you could start opening up and expressing yourself? Because again, I talked about, this ancestral, patterns. And this is one of those that you're holding a lot. But I want you to use words like, here's what I feel, and this is what I'm feeling at this moment, or let me express to you what I'm thinking. I want you to use those words so that you are utilizing what we call the throat chakra, right? Which is in your throat.
Right.
And this
Oh my
is,
gosh.
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I feel like that is so blocked. Like today I was crying in the bathroom and I don't even know how I got to crying, but
Yeah.
it feels like I wanted to scream,
And
but I
guess
just
what?
couldn't. Like words don't come out.
Guess what I want you to do? I want you to grab your pillow and scream in your pillow. If you drive and you're by yourself in the car, scream as loud as you can. Park the car first, because sometimes when we scream real loud, we close our eyes.
Yeah.
We close our eyes, and I don't want you driving and closing your eyes. I want you to have your eyes open and scream as loud as you can.
Okay.
And I just seen Miramar just mention, it says, my toddler just said energy. I love that because toddlers will have a fit and 2 seconds later be laughing and playing. They get it out.
Be laughing and giggling.
That's
You're so right.
They
oh my
get
gosh.
it out. They get it out. If we could only get it out. Yes, scream. Just get it out and scream and let it out your body.
Okay. I can do that.
Yes.
I can do that because I've been feeling like that and I just haven't tried. It's like, where am I going to do it? Or I'm always busy or doing something for others.
That's okay. You get the pillow and you scream in the pillow. Or when you're out and about, if you get a chance to drive to the store or go for a walk by yourself, you scream. Yeah, you scream.
Okay.
And you get it out. But yes, see, that's a relief. You see that? That is your body saying, and please do the H2O so you can just really get in to going beyond your faith. Because you're doing an amazing job.
Yeah.
It's just step by step. You're just taking it day by day.
Okay.
All right?
Okay. Yeah. I think that was it. Do you know my spirit guides' names? Can I, or
Well, here's
is
the
it okay to
thing.
know?
Yeah, it's okay to know your spirit guides' names, but here's the thing. They don't really care what we call them.
Mm.
Now, we do have soul spirit guides, and
Oh,
sometimes they will have their own names and everything, but I want you to really connect with your spirit guide. I will tell you the one that is coming forward. This particular spirit guide is it's a woman, and
mhm,
this particular woman is 35 years old, and she's
mhm.
35 years old, and she used to be a professional dancer in Brazil.
Really?
Yes.
That's cool.
Hmm. And
Hmm.
that's how she really enjoyed life, dancing and music. And she loved dance, and she loved colors. And, she loved, just the movement of her body. But she was a
Mhm.
dancer, she was a dancer. And I say
Mhm.
professional because people all over the country wanted to see her dance, and she would literally heal people
Really? Oh, wow.
from dancing. So I want you to do a little bit of homework, research
Okay.
dance out of the country, Brazil. See if you can watch a couple of videos, and then before you go to sleep, invite the dancing goddess in, and invite her in to help you on your journey, because she's with you now. She even said, you kind of was listening to music the other day and really was feeling some kind of way because, music just wakes up.
Oh.
Yeah, she was right there. I'm not making it up. And the vibrations and the energy. And she's going to show you how to get into that energy and to move your body and to dance, because dance is an expression. And dance is an expression. And when you
It is.
express yourself, do you dance?
I was trying. I used to, and then
Mm.
just kind of stopped.
Well, you should have said something.
Yeah.
We love those confirmations. She's here to bring that dance back out of you, because that dancing is going to help you release a lot of those emotions and transmute that energy and raise your vibration. And it's going to be so good for you and the babies and your family and everyone around you. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my, that is so awesome. Okay.
All right.
Oh, okay. Because I was okay. Oh my goodness. Well, this has been so awesome. You have really helped me, and I'm so happy that I got to know that I have someone that was there with me. Just
Yes.
the other day I was in the bathroom and I was feeling some kind of way, and I was dancing. I was trying to dance
Well, there you
in the
go.
mirror and
So
having fun.
you can't make this up. You understand? And listen,
Hmm.
you can't make this up. So there you go. So peace and love to you. Keep dancing. Keep
Thank
dancing.
you.
All right.
Thank you.
Yes. And work with the H2O elevation. You're going to love that as well. You do it when you're in the shower. So you're going to love that as well, too. So
Okay.
hold the line. Peace and love.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you.
Mm, how beautiful. How beautiful. Oh, the blue room is going off tonight. I can't even keep up with you guys. But let me see. Let's go to the next caller calling in from area code 2164. 2164, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Hello?
Hello, greetings. Who's on the line, please?
Hi. Can you hear me, Ms.Blue?
I can. Who's on the line?
Oh, my goodness gracious. I can't even believe I'm on the line with you. My name is Danielle, and I'm calling from Ohio.
Okay, greetings to you, Danielle. Do me a favor. If you're on speaker, can you take it off speaker so you can come a little closer so we can hear you?
I can. I can. Oh, my goodness gracious. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, goodness. Okay, what about now?
Oh, perfect. Perfect. We can hear you
I was
perfect.
completely not even. I'm sitting here wrapped up in my chair, kind of chilling, and just kind of channeling. The last time I spoke to you was
Ooh.
about 15 years ago.
Get out.
Well, put it this way, it was right when you were right in the midst of Panic and Bobby, and I've been
Wow.
with you for a little while, ma'am. You and Strawberry Blue, and yeah, and Baby Blue.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Wow. What an
Oh God,
honor.
I'm
What an
sorry.
15 years ago. Oh, I am giving you so much love. My goodness.
I
Wow.
am sitting here literally in tears.
Oh,
I don't know what to say.
oh,
And this is, it's really strange. I'll tell you how I haven't listened to you in years,
yeah.
and I was just thinking about bringing my radio show back online. I had a little something on Blog Talk back then too. I think I started my show back in like 2010,
Okay.
and a lot
Yeah.
happened since then.
And what was your show
And
called?
I got a reading. My show is Crown Knowledge Radio, and I
Oh, I
started
love
it with a
that.
co-host of mine. And so we're thinking about restarting the show and maybe even parlaying it into a podcast. That's a
Yes.
side note. I'll come back to that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, I was just sitting here and I was like, wow, my phone pinged because I did go into my dashboard and everything, and I was looking around and I said, okay, I'm still following, Miss Blue, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm wondering if she's still on the air. And I didn't go through a whole lot, and I just pinged it on my phone, and it
Yeah.
pinged and said you were starting this show in about 10 minutes. So I sat down and I said, okay, I'll put on the reminder because I just wanted to hear your voice. I wasn't planning
Oh,
on
wow.
talking to you on the phone. So
Wow.
anyway, but yeah, you gave me a beautiful reading, and my co-host got a reading from you as well. He's a male,
Yes.
and he told me that he said it was fire. I was like, yeah, she's, yeah. So for those of you
Wow.
who are listening to us, if you have not gotten a reading from Ms.Blue, wow, that's all I
Oh
could
my
say. It
goodness.
still stays with me. I still remember the energies that you told me that came into this plane, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
with me, this dimension
Yes.
that we're in right now. And I've always remembered that. And I did some of the things that I didn't do all of the things because I was trying to work a corporate job and go to school and
Yeah.
all types of stuff. And those are just excuses. I'm going to
No,
push
no,
that to the
no.
side.
Listen. No,
But
you
yes,
are
yes,
you
ma'am.
are really touching my heart right now. I got the chills, but that is something I tell people when I say when I give you a reading, I give you enough work that it'll last a lifetime. Literally.
Yeah.
It's not
Like
designed
I said, it's
to be
gotta.
done in
Yeah.
just oh, I do it today and we're
I
done.
want another one. I tried sending you a text, I think, on Facebook, and you'll probably see it. I
Oh,
don't know, but
you know what?
I do want another one.
That's the what do you call that? That's the Amazon forest over there. I can't even get in the door on
I said,
Facebook.
okay.
You'll have to email me, but
You and me both. I haven't been on my Facebook page in about 20 years, so
listen,
I don't.
I go
I don't
over.
even bother right now. I
I'm
know I'm gonna
telling
have to,
you,
but I
yeah.
have not.
I go over there, but I don't check emails there because there's so many. But I will tell you this, you can
Okay.
always email me question for blue, the number 4 blue at gmail.com. I'm going to be
Same one I
opening,
had before.
yep, same one. I'll be opening up my books again. I have a waiting list, and I'm proud to say it
Okay.
is under 2 years, just short under 2 years. However,
Yeah.
you
Mhm.
remember, huh? Yes.
I do, and you know what? I think I was like 6 months or 8 months out
Yeah,
on the
because
first
that's,
one, but
yeah,
it seemed like it was not that long.
I
It
know.
came around so fast. I remember it was on a November, and I was sitting
Wow.
in my car, and it happened to start snowing the night you gave me my read in November. It just started snowing out of the blue, no pun intended, but it just started, and you started telling me like I just everything. I mean, I remember most of it because it has
Wow.
stayed with me, and I have gone through some. I'm gonna ask you to go ahead and read me in a
Yes.
minute because I
Yeah.
don't want to talk about what
Yeah.
I'm going through right now. But
Hmm.
I have, since I talked to you, I have lost my mother. I will say that.
Oh, and I'm so sorry
Um,
to hear that. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I have. I don't know. I kind of feel like I've gotten off my. Well, sometimes they say, things happen, everything takes a transition, especially when you lose a parent, someone
Yes.
really close to you or whatever the
Yes.
case might be. And then you
Yeah.
go through these ascension, I don't
Yes.
even know what to call them, trials
Yes.
or tasks or tests, or I don't know.
Hmm.
But you go through certain things. And sometimes it feels like you're literally going through hell.
It can. It
And,
can. It can feel
yeah.
that way. And especially, there is nothing in this world to prepare us for the passing of a parent. Nothing. My father passed some years ago, but nothing like a mother, you know, nothing in the world like a mother. But I will tell you this, your mother is doing amazing. And she's
I
talking.
know. She tells me all the
Yes,
time.
yes, she's talking. She said, Miss Blue, towards the end, I couldn't talk. And she said,
Oh my God.
I'm talking. She said, do you know how much I love to talk, honey? I am talking. And
Yes.
she is around, of course. And of course, because you talk to her and she hears you and, back and forth. And she's pointing to these bags and boxes. And she said, why are you keeping that stuff? She like, get rid of that stuff. What is she doing? Get back out there. Get back out there. And your mother is sending you so much love. She's sending you so much
Um,
love. But here's the other thing. She is apologizing. And I don't know why spirits are coming through lately, but they have really been apologizing. And it's made me get real about things in my life. But your mother is so apologizing. She said shit was just not, and she's not a cursor. This is me translating her
mm,
energy.
mm, mm,
She
mm.
said things were not in order, and she really should have did a better job of that.
She was just mom.
Yeah.
I am the baby of
Mm.
10,
Mm.
and she she depended on me so much, Miss
She
Blue.
did.
And
She did.
she wasn't winning any Mother of the Year awards, and she knows that.
Well,
She
that's why she
understood
said,
that.
she said, I am so sorry. That's what she said. She's
But
apologizing.
I I understood more. I was her caregiver for her last 10, 15 years up until she passed.
Yeah.
And she was, my rock. She was my sounding board. She
Mm-hmm.
was my sparring partner.
Yes. Yep.
She was my
Everything.
friend. She was my confidant. She was my biggest cheerleader and
That's
my
right.
biggest critic.
Yeah.
She was the force to be reckoned
Oh,
with.
yeah.
She was she was she was barely 5 feet and the biggest force in this.
Yeah.
Her presence. Anybody in the family tell you, my mother left
A
a
mark.
presence
Yeah.
everywhere she went. She's a little tiny thing,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
she was a big. It was just amazing
Well, she told me
to
she
watch
liked to talk.
her. Yeah,
Watch her
yeah,
work. Yes.
yeah,
And here's the thing she wants you to
yeah,
know more than anything. She still is all of those things to you.
yeah.
She still is.
Yeah, she is.
And she's
Yeah,
very
she is.
much alive. She's just not in the physical body.
Yeah,
And I understand that.
I
And of
know.
course, it's a proper thing, not just a proper thing, it's a loving thing to mourn. It is. And
Yeah,
to miss the
yeah.
physical, sometimes we try to, to try to, shun that off like we should feel some. No, 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 no. You would see this in
No.
every civilization where they honored, you have that part of mourning. I purposely think that that's what we should be doing in the morning when we get up, is honoring our ancestors. It's not a mourning as in sorrow, but a mourning as in rising. You are mourning
Right.
and giving reverence and
Yeah.
paying homage to those who have come before
Yeah.
you, and your loved ones, and your loved ones. So
Yeah.
your mother is there,
Yeah.
tippy toe as always, kissing you on the cheeks, and
Yes, she did.
she's aware. She's also. Let me ask you a question, because
Yes, ma'am. Anything.
when did your mother pass away? About 2 years ago.
She passed away about 2 years ago. Yes,
Okay, because
ma'am.
she's holding up 2 fingers. I'm like, okay, we're going to go with that. I know it's not 2
Yeah.
months, 2
Yes,
years ago.
ma'am. Yeah.
Um, what you're feeling right now is sort of remorse. And as much as I would love to put this on your mother, it's not. This is about you and your new life. But I want you to know that you're really on the other side of it. And this right here is just you feeling the reflection, past relationships, things that happened in the past. And it's like everything just came tumbling down at once. At once. But this is what I want you to know. I know you don't see this right now, but it's because something is better for you. Something greater is waiting on you. Something better than you could ever imagine. Now, interesting enough, I want you to think back to 2005, because Spirit is taking me back to that time period. 2005. Yeah, that's what I'm picking up. What were you doing in 2005? And if you can't remember specific things, how were you feeling? That was about 18 years ago.
It was, I believe, Ms.Blue. I was either in a brand new home or I was about to sell a brand new home that I could not afford. Something around there. It was moving towards, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8 was the bubble. So somewhere between 2005, I believe I had just separated from my then husband. We were either in the midst of a divorce, and I was moving into a new home. And I'm real bad at reminiscing, but I think that time period was about that going on.
And I want you to think about what's happening in your life right now.
It's bittersweet. It's not good. I'm trying not to give it any power because I know it's spiritual. Even though I'm experiencing things in the physical, I am really, I feel, and when I started the conversation with you, I said, I get it. I know that I'm an empath. I know I'm intuitive.
Yes.
I've been for a while.
Yes.
I know that I've dealt with my ascension ever since I was 15 years.
Hold on. We got to reconnect here.
Oh, wow.
We're going to reconnect. That's okay. That's your mom.
Okay.
That's your mama coming through. It's good. The spirits are coming through tonight,
It
y'all.
is.
They coming through tonight.
I know. I feel them.
But that's okay. She reconnected us back.
So much,
I love you too. They reconnected us instantly. She did.
Got me through because I'm just sitting here in her chair, wrapped up in my blanket, and I'm just listening. I had no intentions of speaking with you, none.
Oh my goodness! So that's good.
So I am sitting here. My face is literally wet. I am crying like a baby. This is crazy.
Well, look,
this is crazy.
It's so beautiful. So I want to talk about now and some of the things that you're feeling, some of the things that you're going through. And you said you feel like you're just being dragged every time you turn around. Something here.
Yes, ma'am.
Something there. So here's the thing that I want you to hold on to. Because our bodies talk to us. When you're listening to your intuition, it's not in your mind. It's the body that's speaking to us. And it can be different for all of us. Some people feel a little twinkling on their toes, back of their neck, or something comes up. We're gonna be feeling all of these different things. What's happening is you're going through an integration period. And through this integration, you're going to need a doula. If you heard me at the beginning, you're going to need somebody to assist you. And this is the first step in the assistance. Your mama jumped in and said, she got to get on this line. She got to get on this line so she can get this assistance that she needs. You're going to need assistance. And I understand that you don't want to give power because, we say, if I say that and then that means I have that, then that means, what does that mean? That means I'm giving it power. Okay. But I want you to also think about what I told you about false beliefs, being in a place where we get misdirection because we have false assumptions. And I'm not saying that is a false assumption. But if we go back prior to that, the first thing that I told you was you have to be able to say your location, because if you don't acknowledge your location, then you can't move beyond it. If you refuse to say that this is where I am, see, there is power in I am. And I know you know that. See, because if I can say this is where I am and this is not where I want to be, then guess what? Mm-hmm. I can say I am going to heal from this. I am going to move past it. But if I never acknowledge it, I can't move. And this is where false assumptions lead to false beliefs, which then lead to, do you remember? Anybody remember what I said? It leads to misdirection.
Misdirection, yeah.
That's right. So,
well,
I want you to take
I am doing...
Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I'm listening. No. I'm listening.
No, I'm just saying, well, I mean, I'm dealing with, and this is just what I'm feeling.
Right.
And I'm experiencing as well, and some of it is actually literally physical. Mm-hmm. I am dealing with something that to me is just hateful and evil, and I do not want to be here. I don't want to be in this space. I don't want to be in this energy. I don't
Mm-hmm.
I don't want any of this. And as far as where I am, and I'm trying to think about what you're saying and how I feel,
Mm-hmm.
and then what I'm experiencing. I'm
Right.
trying to give you at least that as far as my location. I don't want to. That's my location. I don't want to be in this location.
Okay.
I don't.
And let me ask you.
Not at all.
So when
Yeah.
can you leave that location?
I want to leave this location right now.
And what's
Like right this very minute, in my mind, my body, my spirit, my soul. I do not want to be in this location. I don't.
Mm-hmm. And why do you think you're still there?
And the first thing that came to my mind is, see, that's the false assumption she was talking about. Because the answer that I was going to give you, your answer to what I was about to say, stopped me. And I'm like, that's the false assumption. The assumption is it's going to follow me. I don't know if that makes sense or not.
You think it's going to follow you?
In my mind and what I'm experiencing with this particular issue over the last, I don't know, 5-6 years of my life since before my mother passed away. And again, now I got this big flashing. It's a false assumption. It's a false assumption. That's what I want to believe. I want to believe this is a false assumption.
Well, do this, because I want you to stay right there, because you're in a good place with the acknowledgement. Because even I can see your energy calm down the moment you acknowledged it. Is it possible?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it possible? And I'm just asking you this question. Okay. Is it possible that maybe, just maybe, you could be wrong? I'm not saying you are. I'm saying, do you think there is any possibility that just maybe is something else? Yes, what you're feeling and experience is real. I'm not taking that away. But I'm asking, is it possible that you could have been wrong about what this is?
It's possible.
That's all.
It's possible.
There you go. Don't go no further. Don't
just one. Yeah. Okay.
Don't go no further. That's all I want.
And that's funny.
I want your body to experience, and I want you to tune in to your body when you say it's possible that I could be wrong.
It's possible.
How does that feel?
Yes, ma'am.
How does that feel?
It's possible. That feels better than I've felt in a long time.
So this is what I want you to do, because, girl, we'll be on here all night. I want you to email me.
Okay.
And give me till next week.
Okay.
I'm going to get back with you, but give me till next week. I'm going to send you some recommendations, because I did a body scan on you, and it's a combination of things. I'm not talking about the external things. I'm talking about the internal things that is going on that is making you so sensitive to the external things.
Okay.
All right.
Questions for questions? Will it ask for
No,
blue?
Question, question,
Mm-hmm.
the number
Okay.
4,
Mm-hmm.
blue
Mm-hmm. Okay.
at gmail.com.
I got you. I
One
will
more,
give you.
one
You
more
said give
thing.
you.
One more thing.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Do you live alone?
Yes.
That's part of the problem. But I mean, I'm not one to talk, but I'm just saying. Do you?
We'll talk. You said give
Yeah.
you about a week and a half. Give you about 2 weeks.
No, not 2 weeks, not 2 weeks, but just till next week. Do you have
Till next week. Okay.
do you have a water bottle? Do you drink bottled water or water out of a bottle? You know how the little caps.
Like a fish.
Okay, beautiful. That's
Yes,
good.
ma'am.
This is what I want you to do before you go to sleep. I want you to take a pinch of salt and a pinch of sugar and put it in a bottle cap. You know, the little cap that comes on the top of the
The
bottle.
cap off the bottle.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
And then
Yes.
I want you to move your finger around in there. Say your favorite affirmation, prayer, whatever you want before you go to sleep, and sit that on the dresser next to you before you go to sleep. It's going to help you rest. It's just going to kind of pull a lot of thought patterns out the atmosphere, like that are not your thoughts. Pull it out the atmosphere and put it in there, and just kind of help you rest.
Put both the pinch of salt and the pinch of sugar in the bottle cap and set the bottle cap next to me.
Yep.
Okay.
Next to the bed.
And rub my finger around in it and say
Yeah.
my affirmation. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just making some notes. Okay.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay. And I'm excited. This was very. I won't go into it. But yeah, I had no intention. I just wanted to hear your voice, hear what the remix was going to be about.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, I haven't heard Miss Blue's voice in so long.
Wow.
And it was just nice to hear your voice, and never even expected to talk to you. And like I said, are we back online? Can everybody hear me?
Everybody can. Everyone can hear you.
Because I want everybody, if you have not gotten a reading, I don't want you guys to swamp her, but because she gets backed up. But if you have not scheduled to get a reading from this woman, I'm an empath myself, and I learned a lot about what I was going through early on from you from my first reading. But ladies and gentlemen, this woman is a pure angel.
Thank you.
I can't say enough about her.
Thank you.
And I want to just give an honorary mention to my brother Panic and my brother Baba, Master Hammett.
Yes.
Peace to both those brothers.
Let's
as well.
give some love to both of them, to everyone.
I've been with you since way back then, baby.
Wow.
You
oh my
sis.
goodness.
Gonna be.
I love it.
Yes, ma'am.
I love it. Oh, someone in the blue room is saying the gold Eagle 99 said you got it reading back in 2012. Yeah. Wow, you guys.
Right.
My goodness.
Yes. I hope I haven't started anything bad. I hope it's
no,
all good.
nothing.
But
it's
I just
all
wanted
beautiful.
people to know. I haven't. I think the only other reading I've ever gotten in my life, other than you, I did get a reading from Panic's partner, Khadijah.
Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful.
And, she and I talked, I think several years after you and I.
Yeah.
She and I talked on the line, and she gave me a beautiful reading as well.
Good.
But you are certainly, you're my spiritual sister, always will be. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I love you so much.
Right.
And hold on, I'm going to give you some, I'm going to give you some sprinkles.
Yes,
I'm going to give you some sparkles before you go.
Oh, yes.
There you go. Yes, got to get them sparkles.
Thank you. And peace out to... peace out to Baby Blue, too.
Oh,
Thank
yes,
you.
I will tell her. Peace and love. We love you. And don't forget, email me.
Yes.
And I thank you. This has been a beautiful reflection for me and just everyone who's come on this platform. So many amazing brothers and sisters. And I just love, I love our soul group. Planet Remix, hands down, best in the galaxy. I love it. Hold the
Man,
line.
yeah, hey, you're in the right place. I'm going to hold on. I'm going to finish listening
Okay,
until you close
good.
out.
All
Thank
right.
you. Let
You're
somebody else
welcome.
get in. Thank you.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
bye. Oh, hold the line. Hold the line. Oh, how beautiful was that? Beautiful. Let's go to the next caller calling in from area code 4045. 4045, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Hi, Miss Blue. It's Lisa from Detroit. I wanted to thank you.
Oh, did you say Lisa?
Yes.
Oh, you're welcome, Lisa. Let me ring the bell for self
Yes.
invested. I ain't been doing it, but I'm gonna ring the bell for everybody who's been self
I
invested. I just
I have
realized
to
I heard
second that.
you said what now?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I was saying I have to second the lady that was just on the line with you while she was speaking your praises. I was saying here to myself that you are the truth. You are the truth. I've been doing what you told me to do to address the sensitivity in my mouth. And the sensitivity is still there, but you know what's changed?
Yeah.
The lumps I had in my gums have gone down.
Yay.
They're not there anymore.
Good.
So I have been doing the H2O magic and taking the berberine, and I will continue to do so. But tonight, the reason for my call was to try to get my mother on the line with you.
Okay.
The same way I was having inflammation with my mouth, she's having inflammation in her eye. And her doctors are pressuring her to get an autoimmune suppressing shot that may or may not work, may or may not kill her, may or may not give her a viral infection. And so I suggested to her doing some iridology. But in the meantime, until we're able to make that happen, I, again, of course, would love your insight as to what's going on with her, because I am a firm believer in any physical ailment. You know, it's deeper than physical. It starts energetically. And I was hoping that I could put her on with you.
Yes, you sure can. And you know what? Hold the line for me because, oh my God, Ebony is in the chat room. Oh my goodness, Eb. I love you, Eb. Oh, you guys, y'all are y'all are going to have me up here crying tonight.
Put you on the line with Ms. Blue.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my mother, Lucretia. So she already knows what's going on with your mom. Okay, so don't put it on speaker, just speak to it. Hello?
Hello, how are you?
Hi, honey. Hi, honey. I'm glad to hear your voice.
I'm glad to hear your voice as well. And just want to say you have a beautiful daughter. Love Lisa. I call her Lisa. I know she Elisa, but she Lisa to me.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
And she was telling me that you are having some issues with inflammation in your eyes.
Correct. Yes, my left eye.
Your left eye, which is your receiving eye. I'm going to do a scan on you, which I did one really, really quick, but I also want to talk to you for a minute. So while I'm doing a body scan, just kind of checking things out for you, by the way, and just kind of seeing what's going on with your left eye. I want to talk to you about a couple of things. If I had to ask you a question, and I want you to think about over the course of the last 4 years, but more importantly, like the last 3 years, what has been your greatest fear?
Fear?
Mm-hmm.
My greatest fear. I can't say. I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. And then here's the second thing I want to ask you. What are you holding on to? Because inflammation comes from two places: fear and anger. And I feel like
Mhm.
something made you so upset and you haven't been able to let it go.
Wow. Huh. Isn't that funny? Oh, shoot. At this point, I can't say.
But would you not agree that it has been some things, and I want you to think throughout your life, even if you haven't expressed it because you really keep you got a great poker face. I don't know if you play poker or not, but you could get them because they would never guess what's going on in that beautiful mind of yours over there.
Hmm. Wow.
So this is about you being angry or upset. And a lot of
Mhm.
times, I will admit, it may not be at just a particular person, but out at
Mhm.
actions. The other thing is, I don't want you to get so wrapped up in the world and what's happening because you literally can hear a story and you will carry that with you all day and be pissed off
Mhm.
or be in fear of it.
Mhm.
You still with me?
I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So tell me about that. Tell me about what brings you joy. What do you just get so excited about and get filled with joy about? What is that in your life?
Wow. At this point.
Do you have anything?
Yeah. Yeah. There are things that bring me joy.
Okay. Tell me about it. Tell me one thing that instantly brings you joy.
Nature stuff.
You said what now?
Nature, outdoors,
Being out.
outside.
And how often do you get a chance to get outside and be in nature?
Not much.
Yeah.
Not much.
So, is it
Yeah.
safe to say you're not experiencing that joy that nature brings you?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So, let me tell you, this is all because I'm going to tell you, if you're not in love, and I want to say this to you, if you're not in love, then you're in fear. So when I say fear, I'm not talking about somebody kicking down your door, coming in, getting you. If you're not
Mhm.
in love with life, in love with what you're doing, in love with yourself, then you're in fear. Those are the two
Mhm.
states of being. Everything else from anger, sadness, all of that falls into fear.
Mhm. Okay.
So you've got to bring in more self love. Do you currently work?
No.
So what do you do? What do you do for fun? What do you do for joy all day?
Not much.
Well, that's got to change. You've got to get up
Yes.
and get out and walk in nature. The best thing you can do for inflammation in your eyes is to be outside and watch the sunrise and then watch the sun set. And just
Mhm.
by the sun You being outside. I'm not talking about staring in the sun to get a, get your eyes messed up, but I'm saying just allow your eyes to see the sun. Because what has happened is you've kind of went into this dormant state. And I hear you when you say, I can't think of no fears, Miss Blue, and I can't think of no anger. And I know the real reason is because I don't think I love you all so much. And I thank you all so much because honestly, I don't know if I could call into a radio show and say these things about myself. So I admire you guys for doing it. I admire you for doing it. So I understand that you don't really want to do all of your disclosure, as we would say, putting our business all out on the air. But you need more joy because this is for every anything that happens to us physically, there is an emotional component that goes along with it. And information is about responding and how you emotionally feel. What's behind that has a lot to do with you. Where have you been betrayed? Because this is also about the eyes. It's about, how somebody say, I wish I didn't see that. I wish I could unsee what I just seen. And when I say see, I'm not just talking through the physical eyes. I'm saying through our knowing eyes, our third eyes. I don't want to know this about somebody I love because it hurts me so much and it makes me angry, not at them, angry at myself for allowing myself to be put in this position or allowing myself to be vulnerable enough to this to happen to me, to my family, to my children. Or if you're going and you're surrounded by people who are always seemingly thriving, doing great and doing wonderful, and you're sitting there thinking about your life and what could have been, what should have been, what would have been, and what might have been, these things sort of kind of take us down this very inflamed thinking because constantly we're playing these stories in our mind. And it forces us, for our body becomes inflamed with emotions, and that can impact us. And anytime we're talking about the eyes, this is the window to the soul. And your soul is calling you. Your soul is saying, listen, you're not done yet, sis. You got work to do. Sis, there's a whole world out there waiting for you to come join it. And you just sitting on the couch. You got to get up. You got to get out. You got to move your body. Live life. You are alive. You have your breath. You have your mind. You have your strength. You have your thoughts. You have your creativity. And there is joy waiting for you. So if you like to go for a walk, find a place where you can walk. And yes, a very good point. The eyes are connected to the liver, and the liver holds anger. So know that this is, even if they figured out where the inflammation is coming from in your eyes, that's not the source. That's not the source. That's not the source of it. That's just the cause of what has been happening. I'm going to talk to you about the emotional component. I also want to, Elisa, you can tell your daughter to email me. I'm going to make a recommendation for you, but you can do your own research. You can also use castor oil packs and you can put them over your eyes. And there's a lot of research. There's doctors online that can, you can watch their YouTube videos. It's called The Throne, Queen of the Throne. And she makes castor oil packs. She's a naturopathic doctor. She did a whole,
Queen of the Throne.
yeah, she makes a whole there's a whole interview where she talks about people healing themselves from issues going on with their eyes. But I will tell you this, in this time that I've been doing this work, we can get your eyes together. We can even get your liver together. We can even move dis-ease out of your body. But in order for things to open up and flow, I'm sorry, go ahead.
You said we could remove what? I didn't understand what you said.
The last part I said we can even get disease together. Like if someone has a disease, we can heal. The body is amazing and it can heal itself from a lot of things. I'm going to give you some homework. One, get the eye patch from the Queen of the Throne. Watch the video about the eyes. Find you a naturopathic doctor to work with. And also, I want you to make you a good playlist. A good playlist. And I want you to make a playlist. And I want that playlist to go all the way back to 2007. And find your songs, because this is what Spirit is saying. 2007. And make you a playlist of songs that fill your heart with joy. Do you remember what you were doing in 2007?
No, I don't.
So let me see if I can give you some. What kind of music do you listen to? Do you have a preference?
Wow, I like all kinds. Preference? No, I don't think so.
I want you to go back to 2007, and I want you to look through that list of songs. Of what are some of the songs that you were listening to, the music you were listening to in 2007. You know, Mary J. Blige, was making her debut with quite a few songs. Runaway Love was there in 2007. What else was there? Lost Without You, Robin Thicke. I'm just thinking of some of the songs that happened or that came out during that particular time, and these are just some of those songs, Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go back through the list, listen to, make you a good playlist. And you can put all kinds of songs on there that you want. They can be R&B. It can be gospel. It can be, you listen to gospel music?
Not much.
Not much. So what's your favorite genre?
No. Favorite? Oh, I don't know.
Who's your favorite artist? Who's your favorite?
Classic rock. I like the old R&B. Even blues. I like the blues.
You like the blues?
To my mother.
Okay. Well, go back to the blues song and see what songs were out during that particular time. Of some of the best, blues. I'm a music connoisseur, so I do listen to some blues. So even if that's some Etta James that you want to listen to, or, some Albert King, or Muddy Waters, or Ray Charles, or B.B. King, or, who else can I think of during that? Janis Joplin, I don't know. I can't. Any of those things. Even, Dorothy Moore, any of those. Buddy Guy, pull out a little Nina Simone and, all of those songs like that, and make you a playlist that will lift
Mm-hmm.
your energy up. Fleetwood Mac, Stevie Ray,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Now I'm hitting it. Your spirit guides is helping me out. They
Yeah.
like, yeah, get that Fleetwood Mac.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, get some of those,
Yeah, that's
those
right.
songs like that. The Rolling Stones, all of that. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Right.
Yeah. And listen
Yeah.
to some music that lifts your soul up. Right now, if I had to give you what I'm picking up energetically, you feel very sad, like sorrow, um, like down, sorrow, sad. Um,
Mm-hmm.
You're just no purpose and you need to get a purpose because right now you don't really, outside of what you just do day to day, you don't have these things. But if you do not bring joy in your life, it's going to be difficult to maintain it. You've got to get out, get up, and get something. Go see the sunlight, have some fun,
Mm-hmm.
all of that good stuff. Mm-hmm.
Um, I lost my thought.
It's okay.
Um.
I feel I feel like some of this came from a heartache too. Like a relationship gone bad or a would be relationship. I'm picking that up.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a fact.
Okay. All right. I knew I wasn't wrong. I'm picking relationship, heartache, this kind of thing. And wanting to
Disappointment.
disappointment, yeah. Of not wanting
Yeah.
betrayal, you know, like I said, the anger in it. The anger.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what can I do to help this eye out, Miss?
That's everything that I told you. You've got to get up and move and recognize if you didn't hear the beginning of the show, your daughter Lisa knows how to go back and let you listen to it. And I want you to take notes on a lot of things that stood out because I covered 5 things to reflect on.
No.
And what I want you to do is you've got to bring in more self love. But I want you to sit down and I want you to write a letter about that last relationship. Everything you wanted to get out, you wanted to say, but you didn't. I want you to get it out. Write it all down. And once you write it all down, I want you to date the letter at the bottom and I want you to sign your name. And then I want you to put it in an envelope, put a stamp on it, take it to the post office. Otherwise, it's not going to go nowhere. And mail it back to yourself. And when it comes back in a couple of days, sit down, take a shower, get yourself situated, light a candle, put on a little Fleetwood Mac, cross your legs, spray your perfumes, your oil on, do your hair up, put your lip gloss popping, sit down, read the letter, and when you finish, have a burn safe bowl, sign I release with love, tear it up into little pieces, and burn it. And watch it burn. Watch it all burn away. This is you releasing it from your heart, from your spirit, from your soul, and wishing that the energy is transformed into positive energy. The next morning, go outside, find a beautiful tree, and dump the ashes at the bottom of the tree so that the tree can take this energy and transmute it back on the planet for something of a higher frequency. And then clap your hands and say, and so it is done. It's done.
Mm.
And you can move on. You'll move on.
Okay.
All right?
Yes, thank you.
You're so welcome. Let me give you some sparkles. There you go. I'm going to give one for Elisa. There you go. So there you go.
I
2
love
sparkles.
stuff.
Me too. I'm
You
so
got the
glad.
sparkles. I go
You,
straight for it.
I know that's right. I love it. I'm a sparkle girl too. So there you go. Everyone in the blue room is sending you so much love. Know that all is well. Take care of yourself because guess what? You love yourself. And I want you to get into loving you more. All right?
Yes, yes. And thank you and everybody.
You're
Sending the
welcome.
positive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. All right. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, peace and love. And let me speak back with your beautiful, beautiful
Lisa?
daughter. Yes,
Oh,
Lisa.
okay. I don't know. Sometimes she's my mother. Okay.
Well,
Thank
that's
you
good.
so much. I love you, Ms. Blue. You're
Love
so
you
sweet.
too.
Thank
Love you too. Peace and
All right.
love.
Here's Lisa. Thanks, Miss Blue.
You're welcome, sweetie. So I know you got your mama. You got her. You know the work.
Yeah. I'll have her re-listen to it tomorrow. So thank
Yes,
you.
you're welcome. And get the Castro pack for the eyes, like I told you. But you'll be able to hear it on the replay.
Oh,
Yeah, you'll be able to hear it.
okay. Thanks.
All
Thank you
right.
so much.
Here you go. Let me give you some sparkles.
Thank you.
All right. Peace and love.
Okay. Thanks.
Oh, how beautiful. By the way, Lola Falana sends her love. She will be back joining us on Sunday night. She had a special occasion to go to tonight, but she is one of the moderators, of course, but she's sending her love to everyone out there. So we're going to go to the next caller. Oh, you guys are just, I don't know, like I'm feeling some kind of way. Ev is in the blue room. Rain stopped by the other week, and all of you guys are here, and callers who've been listening for 15 years. Yikes. Wow. Um, wow. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Let me go to the next caller calling in from area code 6318. 6318, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from. And Chemistry is in the blue room. Hey, Chemistry. Oh, I'm sorry. How you doing?
Hey, Miss Blue. It's Brenda calling from Long Island, New York.
Hi, Brenda. You said Brenda, right? Brenda.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, greetings, Brenda. How are you?
Greetings. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Transitioning back from my trip from the Carolinas.
Oh, that's now I do remember that. How did it go? You had a great time?
I did. I felt so at peace and so connected to nature while I was there.
Yes. Nothing to
It was beautiful.
Nothing will do you like the Carolinas. Well, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to go back.
Well, good.
It's been a hard transition. I'm like, wow, like I don't know if I just need to make time to be in nature more, or I don't know. I'm just like, it's been hard, like being back here. In all honesty for me.
Is it hard, or you just had a wonderful experience and now you're having a different experience and you can get excited about possibly thinking maybe that's where you want your experience to be more like?
Yeah, I think it's that.
Yeah, we don't have to make it negative or, we don't have to do all of that. It was amazing. You love North Carolina. You think it's a place you would love to go back and maybe even live. And now you're here and now you get to experience some wonderful things here. And Just go from there. But as long as you keep telling yourself it's hard, it's going to be hard.
You're absolutely right about that. Yes. Yeah. I feel like my guys have been, because I wasn't going to call tonight, but all the talk about doula and the first caller with the nurse, I'm like, okay, well, that's been on my heart too, kind of like where to place my focus. I know what I want to do is very particular, and I want to merge all the things that I love in one place. And so I feel like I need clarity on that, Miss Blue.
So let's talk about it, because here's the thing: we can do everything that we want. We just can't do it all at one time. And sometimes what happens, how we trick ourselves out of our greatness, is we will take 100 things, and of course I'm exaggerating, but we'll take 100 things and put it on our plate because we know that there's absolutely no way that we're going to be able to do 100 things. We know we can't do 100 things. So we're going to cloud our mind and say that we need to do all of these things. And oh my gosh, I'm just so confused. I don't know where to start. I just want to do it all because we're afraid of our own greatness. We're afraid of how wonderful it's going to be. We're afraid that finally things will work for us. We are afraid of, what if this is what I really want to do, but somewhere deep down inside, that player hater keeps coming up saying, you're a fraud. You don't know what the hell you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. Not really. You don't know. You don't know what you're doing. You're clueless in what you're doing. And they're going to find out that you're clueless and you don't know what you're doing. So we keep the busy work of saying, I want to do this and I want to do this and I want to do this, but I'm not sure. And day and day and day and day and day and day go by. So it stops today. This is what you're going to do, Brenda. You're going to write them down on a piece of paper. How many things are you attempting to merge together?
I am attempting to merge 3 things together.
Okay. You're going to write 3 of them on separate pieces of paper tonight. You're going to fold them up so you can't see. Don't use a Sharpie. You're going to use a light pen. You're going to write them down and you're going to put it in a jar with a lid. It could be plastic. It can be Tupperware. It could be reused. It could be a brown paper bag. And you're going to fold that bag up and you're going to sit that somewhere so that it can get some of this full moon energy that's coming in from Pisces that some of us are being pulled on right now. And every night, you're going to go to that window, you're going to get it, and you're going to shaky, shaky baby. This is a song my mother used to sing to my children. And, well, she used to sing to us when we were children, and then I sung them to my children. It's a song called Shaky, 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 Shaky Baby. Here we go, loop-de-loo. You're going to shake that bag, that bottle, that plastic container, and then you're going to put it back. And you're not going to open it until we get to Wednesday. And on Wednesday evening, you're going to open the bag, you're going to pop the top, and you're going to pick one piece of paper out, already setting the intention that you are fully committed to moving forward, taking action on that thing that you chose. No excuses. No more delays. No more confusion. No more setback. No more afraid of your greatness. And you're going to stay committed. You're going to move past faith. And you're going to take that one area, and that's going to be the start. And that's how you start.
Okay.
All right? You don't sound
All
excited.
right.
You don't sound excited. It's time, Brenda.
Ooh.
It is time. You've been twirling with
Okay.
this since I met you in Clubhouse. You've been twirling with
Literally.
this. It's time to just do it. Do it. You owe it
Okay.
to yourself. If you do nothing, you already know the answer. It's not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
You already know. But if you don't give it all you got and be all in, and when I say all in, I'm talking about committed to sticking with it. Committed. I will honestly tell you that when I started doing Planet Remix, there were times that I wanted to quit. Didn't want to do it anymore. But most of those times, it was because of excuses that I made or because I put things first that should have went first, like my children, my family, and at times my job. And I've talked about this, not a lot, but a few times. I'm going to share this little trick that I would play with myself when I wasn't 100% confident. I would say to the divine, to God, to the universe, if I'm not supposed to do this, somebody please stop me. Don't let my schedule go right. Don't let my job go right. Don't let nothing work out. If I'm really supposed to do this, but here's the trick. I would do it in the midst of something major happening in my life that I felt it would be so easy to walk away and focus on my children or focus on a family member or a loved one or focus on, taking care of something. And I would say, just let me bow out gracefully. Just not let it work.
Mm-hmm.
But I was honest with myself, not to sabotage myself, honest enough to say, well, I had to help my son with this. I had to help my daughter with this. I had to go home because this happened to my mom or that happened to my dad or this happened, that happened. And oh my goodness, I'm still doing this. How is it working? How is it working?
Mm-hmm.
It's working because this is what is supposed to work. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. It wasn't many more times that I had to question that. But I think questioning is good. Not from a place of doubt, but from a place of, maybe it is time for me to get on YouTube. So what if I have more than 8 million listeners all over the world? Maybe that false belief I had about doing YouTube the way I want to do it, maybe I'm wrong about that. I question myself all the time and said, well, maybe I am wrong. And not from a place of doubt, but from a place of, I want to go a little beyond my own perception. I want to go a little further than just my experience. There is a point where experience can only take you so far. And then you have to step out into the blue waters. You have to really step out into the blue waters. But when you step in that blue waters, you are alone. You are without skills. You are a new beginner. It requires you to know that you cannot run and you cannot move fast, but you have to take it step by step.
Mm-hmm.
But you
Yeah.
but
And I
you
actually do like the feeling of being in that
I
in that
love it.
state.
Well, you're not loving it enough.
Yeah.
You're not loving it enough, sweetie. You ain't loving it enough, sis. If you was loving it,
Right.
sis, you would have did it. So I want you, I know you
Okay.
love it in your heart. Now I need you to show you
Mhm.
love it. Be 100% committed to being loved. When I say I love the unknown, I love it when I don't know shit. I love it because I'm so curious about life. I'm curious about me. I'm curious about things that go on. When I'm doing these readings, I don't have to know. The energy is flowing in me. It's flowing from the divine in me, and I'm giving the message. I don't need to experience. That's why I'm so quick to tell you I don't give advice. Very rarely, because these are mainly not things I've experienced. They're not things I've been through. They're not things I've done. It's not. I'm going by what Spirit is telling me. And I'm sharing that with you. I'm not thinking, I'm not pondering, I'm not going, I remember one time that happened to me. I'm not doing that. So, life is worth living. So, you have to live. And you have to be committed to go in and follow your dreams and your desires. And if you feel anyone, this isn't just for you, Brenda, if anyone here feels they're stuck, they feel like they're being held back, or they feel like things aren't working, two things are going on. Number one, you're not dreaming. You're not dreaming big enough for yourself, because that dream will turn into a desire. And remember, the mind does not respect desire. The mind hates desire. The heart is the only thing that can understand desire. Has to come from the heart, because that is what's going to make the difference to get you to take action, some sort of action. And that action may not mirror the world. I'm not telling you something I read in a book. I'm not telling you something someone else told me. I'm telling you what I lived. But I'm not the only one who's lived it. Many have. And I challenge you. Try it out for yourself. Do a Drake. We gonna see. So I said, I'm going to do this radio show. I'm not going to show a picture of me. I'm not coming on camera. I'm not doing none of that. And I did that for over 15 years and had millions of followers who love me, and I love you guys. And we built a real bond and a real connection. And the bonus was we all got to ante up and amp up our intuition and intuitive skills, psychic abilities, clairvoyant, clairaudience, sharpen our left hemisphere, right hemisphere, open our chakras, heal our bodies and people around us without ever laying eyes on each other. If I would have followed the crowd, I might have never got that. You might have never got that.
Right.
We would never, maybe not have been here with each other. So when I tell you these things, I'm not giving lip service. I did it. And I'm not saying you got to do it my way. But there's a way inside of you, and that way inside of you is not the path that everyone has traveled. It looks so different that often there's not really a template. Not really. maybe for the skill sets, but
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel.
yeah, for the skill sets there is, but not when you bring it together. That's when you've truly crossed the veil. You've truly crossed the second veil. You've awakened and connected and met your soul. You know, there's a verse in the Bible where they talk about, and he came face to face with God. That was him crossing the veil, coming face to face with his soul. When you see your soul, you see God. And you know that God lives inside of you and all of us. And even if you have a reason, or if you don't like the word God, use universe, use higher self, whatever. We ain't gonna play with it. But you know what I'm saying. I know we breaking up. Let me pat it down, Brenda. Pat it down. I gotta pat it down.
All right.
Yeah, before I make us go off the air, let me pat it down. Oh my goodness. All right.
It's okay. I didn't get the Bible verse.
I didn't give the Bible verse because I don't remember it. However,
That's okay.
Let me see if I can find it. Ooh, y'all taking me back to church. Where's my mama when I need her? Okay. So here we go. You ready? Face to face. It's in Genesis, verse 30 to 30. So Jacob called the name of the place Peniel. And I say that's the pineal gland, saying, I have seen God face to face, and yet my life has been delivered. That's only one place. There's many a places in the Bible where they talk about coming face to face, but in Genesis, verse 32, verse 30, so Jacob called the name of the place Peniel, Peniel, which is the pineal gland. Your pineal gland, as Dr. Delbert Blair said, I'll shade to him. He's the first person that corrected me and said, it's not penile, it's pineal gland. And he said, for I have seen God face to face, and yet my life has been delivered. See, that is the veil. You have to cross the veil. And when you cross that second veil, you are coming face to face with your soul, your eternal soul. Thank you, George, for the super chat donation. So there's so many different verses, but that's the one that we're talking about. So it's time for you to go to the place, this holy of holy, sacred of sacred cities, and call on and be connected with God, the universe, the divine, and come face to face with God. It's when you see your true divinity, because God is self-realization. And if we go with the premise of many of the ancient texts, because they all, in their own unique way, express the same thought, we're not a religious group, but we are spiritual. So therefore, we have access to all of the guidance of higher vibration, love, and light on the planet to work with. And that's a great reference when you want to know what is happening. Maybe you're not seeing the God in you. Maybe you're not seeing the divinity in who you are and who you were created to be. And if sometimes you can't step out on your faith, step out on the faith that you want to come face to face with God, with the universe, with the divine. Ashe.
Mm-hmm.
And so it is done.
Ashe.
Yeah.
And so it is. Thank you, Ms. Blue. That was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. I'm going to have to do self-invested this fall.
I would
with my soul
love to
family.
have
It's
you
fun.
in self-invested. Love to
Yes.
have you there. But lean on that strength
Mm.
that you want to come face to
I
face.
will.
You want to see that. But do the jar, the beautiful Pisces full moon. Wednesday, remember the shaky, shaky baby in the window. And then on Wednesday, you're going to pick one and you're going to go with that.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good. I'm excited now.
I'm excited for you. And you have to come back and let us know. So we would love to.
I will.
We would absolutely
Thank
love.
you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Peace and love. Peace and love, Brenda.
Peace and
Hold the
love.
line. Oh, how beautiful. How beautiful. I want to say thank you to everyone for joining us here live. I do want to ask, I do want you all to come back. Please, if you enjoyed the share tonight, pass it on to a friend, pass it on to a foe, pass it on to someone you know. Don't forget to download. And I want to say thank you. I am going to go back and respond to your comments on YouTube because they mean so much. And anywhere else that you leave comments, because you all have left comments so many different places. So wherever you leave comments at, I am going to make it a point throughout the course of the next couple of weeks to respond to all of them because it means so much. And when new listeners are listening, it means so much to them. I want you all to remember we're going to be doing the Galactic E-File Volume 3 again on Sunday. Your girl's got to redeem herself here. And I want us all to get together, check your emails. I will be sending out the information to those of you who signed up for the Galactic E-Files Volume 3. I will be sending that out on Sunday. Ebony, I love you. Ebony, we got to talk. Oh my goodness. You guys don't know Ebony and Rain. These are two of the most magical sisters in the world. It's a lot of us out here, but these two right here, back in my early days of just understanding about knowing your magic, was there offering love, support, and guidance, and insight, and laughters, and good times, and jokes, and stories, and information, and connections, just in such a beautiful way. And love you till eternity and back. Ebony said, Eb says you were already that chick. Listen, you guys, I love them. They took me in, scooped me up, made me feel right at home. And I love that with everyone who's been a part of Planet Remix. And so it's always good to just reflect. I'm so grateful that and thankful that I get to do this work on me with all of us here together. That's what I love. I love that. I love sharing. I love learning, and I love teaching, and I love our soul group, and I love us all coming together, and I love all of us growing up on planet Earth. That's how I got that. I can't even remember how many years ago I came up with that, but it literally, Spirit woke me up in the middle of the night out of my sleep and said, we are growing up on planet Earth. And immediately I did a show about that. So dive into the archives, you guys. Dive into the archives. Also, I want to tell you guys to do this. And I'm challenging myself to do it, but I'm going to do it. Make a backup. Make a backup file of everything you've done. It's a great time to back things up. Planets are going into retrograde. And we have so many planets in retrograde, and soon we're going to have even more retrograding. They're going backwards. They're backing things up. And Spirit put it on my heart. I'm going to give you a little bit of the galactic e-files, but back up. You need to back your files up, back your phone up, back your laptop up, back your computer up, back everything up, back your pictures up, back up things. Anything that can be backed up, back it up on a separate hard drive. Separate hard drive. And I'm going to do that too. And it's a big feat. I'm going to need some doulas. So, we're all going to be working on this. But yeah, we need to do that. We need to work on that between now and before we get to the middle of September. Let's start backing up our files, backing things up, Perfect. Choose Love Always said, I already got a hard drive when I mentioned it. Yes, this is the time of the year for us to do it again, to back things up. Yeah, it's the time. I'm going to be doing some feng shui and some other good things. And yes, the Galactic E-Files for next month is coming. But first, we gotta close out the month. We got to close out this month, and we got to do it right. And we will. We're going to do it right. So with that being said, Bella said, almost time for the Friday night jam oldies party. Yes, it is. Ed says, know your power and have a backup plan. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. That's all right. Peace and love from Brooklyn. Oh my gosh, give my love to Brooklyn. That's Eb's brother, Brooklyn. Oh, listen, that's all right. I got something coming that y'all are just going to love. Y'all are just going to love. And Eb, I'm going to reach out to you. You're going to love. I got something coming. Can't speak about it right now. I know you stay ready. Ebony, stay ready. Rain too. God is rainwater. We're going to give her some love. Got to catch up with all the OGs. And believe it or not, kicking it in the kitchen with Queenie. She wanted him too. She been riding for a long time. Many of you guys, Priestess Erica, a lot of the Priestess Chastity, many of you guys. But a long time. Long time. Priestess Keisha, many of you guys. So, that being said, we're going to get ready to get out here. I love you guys. See you all in the comment section. And I want you all to please leave a comment. I'm so thankful for it. Leave a detailed comment. So many people want to hear that. And if you haven't got H2O, if you are not working with CO2 Fire Magic, H2O and Fire Magic, definitely want to be there. You're going to see her tomorrow at the Spike Lee, Prince, and Michael Jackson party in Fort Greene Park. Holla at me. Don't make me catch a red eye. Oh my goodness. Have some fun. I love you all. And yes, you definitely have fun. Give my love to Spike and y'all enjoy because I know it's going down. If Eb and Rain is in the house, it is going down. Yeah, I know y'all about to start some shit. It's going to go down. Wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. We outside, y'all. We outside. Oh, that's going to be amazing. All right, you guys. So, that is going to do it for me. I love you all so very much. And I look forward to hearing back from you. See you on Sunday. Peace and love, Soul Family. Oh my goodness. You're going to see Dave Chappelle. Give him a big kiss from me. Tell him Ms.Blue said, what's up? Peace and love, Soul Family. Peace and love. Ciao. Wait a minute. I forgot something. I forgot something. I forgot something. Oh my goodness. Happy Virgo season. Happy born day to all the Virgos on the planet. Oh my goodness. Happy born day, Virgos.